How's the year kicked off? We spoke to you late last year. 2021, hopefully better than 2020 so far.
Yeah, it's been very busy. So
Yeah,
very, very busy. And so it's only a taste of things to come.
awesome. Good to have you on, of course. Hey, let's get into this now. E-commerce, of course, we spoke a lot over the past 12 months about e-commerce. It's on the rise, we know that. But Pinterest is looking to add new tools to replicate the in-store shopping experience. What's the new offer that they've got here?
Well, at the moment, they're mainly using it with cosmetics. And so what they're doing, it's this augmented reality technology. So it will allow users to be able to try different shades of cosmetics, like eyeshadow, lipsticks, things like that, while they're actually exploring the brand on their platform. So it means that the shade will actually overlay on their own, of the video of them, or, that their phone is generating, just to show them what it will actually look like if they bought it. So, I mean, I think that's amazing in terms of we've all had those horror stories where we've bought things online that have never really matched up when we get them in person and get them delivered. So imagine this is a new step where we can actually try things on in an augmented reality sense to get a really good feel for what they're going to be like when we get them in reality.
Tell us more about Pinterest. I mean, it's been a massive success over the past, it must be 5 or 10 years now at least. But what are they doing exactly? Like, how are they changing the game in some ways?
Well, I mean, adding technology like this definitely, but they just seem to like their business tools are really sophisticated now, and they tend to appeal like. And I'm not being sexist here, but looking at the demographics on the platform, it is predominantly used by women. And I think it's because it's more sort of a visual thing. So it's around things like finding, people who are sort of wedding planners, people who are into interior design, graphic design. Not that that's a female dominated area, but it tends to be those sorts of visual aspects of it that draw female social media users and women around to interact in that way. And some businesses are really like dominating in that space. So particularly if your business is does have sort of that visual aspect to it, it's definitely worth looking at as a platform.
Let's look at Facebook. They've experienced a major issue over recent times. I believe there was a mass sort of log out. What's going on with Facebook?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you experienced this a couple of days ago, Adrian, but a lot of people were logged out. Like thousands and thousands of users were logged out, saying their session had expired, and then they had to log back in. And because of that, there's been this I guess idea going around that
Yep.
it was because Facebook now wants us to log in so they can track us, but it's actually not the case. And Facebook, you've been able to actually turn off that tracking aspect in Facebook in your privacy settings for probably a good 8 months now. So if you're keen to do that, please go in, and it just means that you will turn off Facebook's ability to be able to track what you're doing on other websites once you leave the platform. So Facebook has come out and just said they were changing things in the back end, and they've apologized for doing that. So I don't know if it's 100% true, who knows? But yeah, according to other industry experts, it wasn't so that they could track you.
Yeah, interesting. And just one more question to finish. A question without notice, if you like. So, looking at 2021, what's something in the social media world that you are maybe predicting or just keeping an eye out? What do you think we're going to be talking about at the end of this year, social media wise, that's going to take another change or go to another level? I mean, it's a very broad question, but just to wrap up, I thought
Yeah.
I'd throw it out there.
Well, I mean, I've spoken to this about this recently. It's this new platform, Clubhouse, seems to be
Right.
dominating the space at the moment, and it's live interactive podcast.
Okay.
And so I think voice content has been predicted for quite a while to really rise up in terms of other content. So it's definitely worth having a look at Clubhouse, because I think that's actually going to be one of the main platforms for a particular group. Of course, business owners, it's really great to get on there because you build networks and connections that way through talking, and it's very genuine because it's live audio, and you can't really fake that. Well, we don't know yet anyway. So
Yeah.
there you go.